La, 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 la.
Yes, guys, good evening, good morning, whatever one you want to call it. Welcome to the Midnight Show. Hope everyone's doing well. Thank you for joining me yet again this evening, guys, where we're going to talk about transfer rumours and Arne Slot getting his new look Liverpool team together. Hope everyone's doing well. Thank you very much for joining me right now. Guys, don't forget to go and smash that like button, subscribe and share it. I'd appreciate it if you could, please, guys. Thank you very much. As I said, my goal is to get to 10,000 subscribers by next May. So 1 year today is my goal, to get to 10,000 subscribers. So we're not that far off 6,000 right now. So it's a goal that's achievable, I think. So yeah, and I need you guys to help me do that. So I need you guys to hit that like button as much as you can. I'd appreciate it. Everyone in the chat is doing well. Let's go through his ears. Go for big up BW in the chat. How you doing well, my friend? Man like in the house as well. Poopot in the house. Good to see you, Jay. Love the late nights. Yes, my friend. Big up Alexander as well. Hope the relationships turn to trophies. Big up Squidly in the chat as well. You doing well, my man? Cause of the red as well. My centre back made the England squad. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. Big up everyone in the house. So I hope you're all doing good. Man, Scraps in the chat as well. Amnesty Project as well. Guys, hope you're doing all really well. Thank you very much for joining me. Yeah, let's quickly, obviously the provisional England squad got made today, and one Gerald Kwanzaa. Big up Gerald Kwanzaa making the provisional squad. Now, I don't think Gerald Kwanzaa will probably go to the Euros. He'll probably get cut, but shows the progress that young man's made in his career to get in the provisional England squad. You know, we keep saying it. He was playing for Bristol Rovers in League One last year, and now he gets called up to a provisional England squad for a massive competition. So, yeah, that's a massive effort, a massive statement by Gerald Kwanzaa. All shows a statement of how good of a defender he actually is. You know, he's a good player. He's played a lot of minutes this season, deserves everything coming to him. Yeah, tremendous talent. I'm glad he got his call up. Obviously, Curtis Jones got called up to provisional squad as well. So congratulate them too. And I know a lot of people talk about Harvey Elliott. Harvey Elliott is never getting called up to the England squad as long as Harry Kane's there. It's just not happening. We know what happened between them last time. You know, it's not going to happen. You know, Harry, it's just not going to happen. Yeah, Harvey Elliott's not getting called up. I'll be shocked. Obviously, Cody Gakpo, Graham Birch, Virgil van Dijk getting called up to the Dutch squad as well. You know, and Mo Salah, that he's apparently going to have 6 weeks off. But the Egyptian FA want him to play at the Olympics for Egypt because I believe you're allowed 2 overaged players in your Olympic team. And they're looking to get Mo Salah involved in that. Yeah, I can't see that. I don't want that to happen, personally. I'd rather have Mo just have the whole summer off. Like, Mo has nothing to do from now till the beginning of the pre-season. I'd love that. A rested Mo. That'd be the best thing for us, in my opinion. But that's a difficult one for Arne Slot to judge. You know, he's the brand new manager coming to the club. You've got to have that meeting with Mo and go, look, I'd rather you not go to the Olympics. I'd rather you stay. So that's going to be an interesting take what happens there. We'll have to look out for that as well. Nearer the time, obviously, the Olympics not till the end of July, August. So if that is the case, I don't know if the Olympics go into the start of the season. I don't think they do, but you know, he'd missed the start of the season just for the fact that he's played a major tournament. So you'd have to give him a bit of a break. And I don't think we can afford to have our best players missing in a brand new Liverpool era, in my opinion. So yeah, I'm not sure if that. I'm not sure if I really want him doing that, to be perfectly honest. But each their own. But yeah, as I said, Gerald Kwanzaa getting called up to the England team. I'm proper proud of him, proper happy for him. It's only the provisional squad. He'll probably get cut before the actual squad gets announced that goes to the Euros in Germany. But yeah, it just shows the quality, man. It shows the quality. Right, guys, before we get on with the main part of the show, I'm going to play a little video, guys. It's about a minute or so long. It's a good video. It's it's about Arne Slot, and it's a sit down with Arne Slot talking about leaving final, joining Liverpool. It's about a minute and a half long. I'm just going to play this, go sit down, enjoy it, and talk about it after. So big up to everyone. Here we go.
Ja, nee, ik verslik me. Ja, ik ben nu al bevoorrecht, maar dan zou ik echt wel heel erg bevoorrecht zijn. En het leuke of grappige is dat ik een trainer opvolg die qua status misschien, dat weet ik wel zeker, een nog veel grotere status bereikt heeft bij de club waar hij de afgelopen 9 jaar gewerkt heeft. Dus ik hoop daar op dezelfde manier weg te mogen als dat hij nu weggaat of dat ik hier ben weggegaan. Maar daar moet wel ongelooflijk veel voor goed gaan om dat te kunnen werken.
Wat gebeurt er in je hoofd als zo'n club belt en zegt we willen hier met jou werken?
Nou, dat is heel mooi. Zonder dat het arrogant over moet komen. Het is natuurlijk niet de eerste club die zich gemeld heeft in de afgelopen 3 jaar. Dat is het voordeel van goed presteren. Dat er wel eens vaker clubs interesse in je hebben. Dus dan raak je langzamerhand gewend. Klinkt arrogant, maar ook wel een beetje gewend aan dat clubs je volgen. Waar je 4, 5 jaar geleden nog niet had van kunnen dromen. En ja, dan ga je van een geweldige club. Want we moeten Feyenoord ook niet te klein maken. Hè. Feyenoord is ook gewoon nationaal echt heel groot en internationaal ook steeds groter weer aan het worden. En vanuit vroeger heel groot geweest. Naar een club die op dit moment de Premier League staat natuurlijk allemaal nog hoger aangeschreven. Dus ja, dat is vooral heel erg mooi om. En een voorrecht dat je van AZ, wat ook een mooie club was, naar Feyenoord mag. En daarna ook nog naar Liverpool mag. Ja, dat is geweldig. Ten meer omdat ik ook denk dat we daar weer een geweldige spelersgroep hebben om mee te gaan werken.
Yeah, big up on the Slot, man. The more, guys, the more I hear from Arne Slot, the more I actually like him. You know, he's coming across really good in interviews, in presentations like that, where he's having a sit-down interview and, basically, talking nicely about Jurgen Klopp there and the job he's done. And then you can't believe he's getting this moment, but he wants to grab this moment with both hands and do his absolute best to it. So I'm looking forward to Arne Slot joining Liverpool. I really am. I think it's going to be the right choice. I think Edwards and co are going to look like they've got it correct, in my opinion. I just like what I hear from him, guys. I don't know about you. As David says there, he does sound humble. He's super excited to be Liverpool manager. And I don't know about you guys, but I love that. I absolutely love that. He's super excited to be Liverpool manager. And it's not like he can't believe he's got the job. It don't come across like that, because he sounds like he believes in his own abilities. And what I like about Arne Slot, he does sound like he believes he should be Liverpool manager. And that's what I love about it. He's not like, oh my God, I can't believe I got the job. How lucky am I? He sounds like, to me, he believes in his own abilities, that he should be Liverpool manager. And he's super excited about it. And he can't wait to work with these bunch of players. And as he says there, look, Feyenoord are a big team in their own right. And he's got to big up Feyenoord because that's the team he's leaving. He can't just go. But like he says, Liverpool in the Premier League is a different beast. And joining that size of club in that league, you can't turn down. And he believes in his abilities, man. And I like that. When you hear the stories about Almerin, and stuff like that, he's just after money by the sounds of it. And you hear stuff from Arne Slot like, I want to be your manager. It's not a money thing. I want to win. I want to be Liverpool manager. It makes me love Arne Slot even more, guys. It intrigues me about him. I like watching his press conferences. He's quite a funny guy. Now, if you guys have not watched his press conferences, go and check some of them out, especially because he does do a lot in English as well. And go and check out his English press conferences. He speaks excellent English. I know people worried about Ten Hag. I think he speaks better English than Ten Hag. I think he's more charismatic than Ten Hag. He's got better personality than Ten Hag. He just seems a great guy, and he believes in his coaching as well. He believes in his abilities, and Yeah, that's fantastic. Look, Jurgen Klopp was the same, man. Jurgen Klopp was a great human being. I said this yesterday about Jurgen Klopp. Is the one thing you can say about Jurgen Klopp, he was a great manager, but he was probably an even better man. And I'm not saying Arne Slot's like that at all, because we don't really know yet. But I think you need that personality at our football club. I really do. I know some people say it's a loser mentality and stuff like that, but I really do feel like you do need that personality, at a football club like ours, that engaging person, that great personality with great coaching. You can have a nice blend, a nice mixture. I don't see anything wrong with that. It entices people. Look, if Klopp weren't the guy he is, no one would love him like they do. The three teams that he's been at, Mainz, Borussia Dortmund, and Liverpool, all three teams absolutely adore and love the guy. I've never seen a manager get a send-off from three individual teams like I have with Klopp. And that's not just about his managing and his tactics and his coaching. It's about the man he is and the passion he has. And I'm just hoping Arne Slot's a bit like that as well. He seems like a great communicator, as Cam says there. And big up Hannah in chat as well, says I think Arne Slot comes along very well. He does. He does. He's got. I've seen people on Twitter keep saying he's got the Brendan Rodgers about him. I don't get that comparison at all. Brendan Rodgers' ego was out of control. Yeah, Brendan Rodgers thought he was Alex Ferguson. Do you know what I mean? Or a Jurgen Klopp or a Pep Guardiola. That was Brendan Rodgers. He thought he was them managers. Yeah. That was the problem with Brendan. I don't get that from Arne Slot at all. And I don't mind people believing in themselves either, guys. I really don't mind people thinking like, I'm good for this. I'm up for the challenge. I'm ready to rock and roll. I can do this. I've got a great bunch of players coming in. And yeah, I just think, and Rodgers was not charismatic at all. He was a wet fish, man. Players didn't like him. You can only ask Steven Gerrard about Brendan Rodgers, man. He had no players didn't like him, and I just feel like Slot's got to get on with these players. I was reading something from Harvey Elliott today. They show great character, yeah. Yeah, Harvey Elliott. I think there was a piece about Harvey Elliott today saying that they're looking forward to Arne Slot. The boys have been talking about him apparently the last couple of days since obviously the last game of the season, and they're looking forward to him coming in. I think, Gakpo and Virgil might know a little bit about him, so they probably told the boys what he's like. But yeah, they're all excited, which I'm glad about, because the one thing I was worried about with this team, and it's not this team, it's every team, when you've had such a legendary manager, you've had such a legendary manager in charge of you for so many years, it's very easy to be just like, that's my guy, that's my manager. Anyone else coming in is just not going to be up to that standard. They're not going to be that person. And you can understand it. But these team at the moment, the boys at the moment saying like, no, you know what? We can't wait for Slot to come in. We're excited about something new, something fresh, maybe a different way of playing. Maybe he can take my game to a different area with his coaching. And I like the sound of everything I'm hearing at the club right now, I've got to say. No one's sounding like a spoiled brat. No one's sounding like a bitch. That's good. That's a good thing. No one's spoiled in that regard. And they're all quite stand-up players. This club have never had an issue in the last few years of disgruntlements in the back and, things getting leaked online, players arguing or fighting. We've never had that about us, have we? And that's what I love about this bunch of players, That's what I love about this team. I always have done. Personality-wise, these guys are brilliant. Gakpo weren't getting in the team much. Did he bitch and moan about it? No. McAllister got bought from Brighton, gave the number 10 shirt and then asked to play the number 6 role for quite a lot of this season. Did McAllister bitch and moan about it? No, he just pulled his socks up and got on with the game. Szoboszlai, started the season really well, confidently, and then towards the end, you know, he was out the team. Never saw much of him. Did he bitch and moan? No. Pulled up his socks, got on with it. That's what I love about this team, man. And yeah, except Núñez. But the thing with Darwin, I will say this about Darwin. I think Darwin Núñez is just a little bit immature. Yeah, I keep saying this about Darwin. I'm not going to go on to him about, you know, him not clapping Klopp, and when Klopp gave that speech in the changing room and he didn't clap him, he was the only one who didn't do it, and all this stuff. I'm not going to read too much into that. All I'm going to say about Darwin, I just think he's a little bit of like a man baby at times. You know, I just think just needs to grow up a little bit, and he'd be absolutely fine. I can't, you know, look, it's very hard to read into people and say, oh, look, like what they're like, get out of my club sort of thing. It's, you know, I was clipped up last week, as everyone knows, and it went mad, and people were coming at me and all that, and thinking they knew who I was for a 1 minute clip. Do you know what I mean? So I don't want to play that game. I just think that when I look at Darwin and the way he acts, I just think he just needs to grow up a little bit. You know, and it just needs to mature a little bit. And when he matures a little bit, yeah, he'd be absolutely fine. Do you know what I'm saying? But big out everyone in chat. You're all doing good. Anna says I'm Northern Irish and I dislike Rodgers from the moment he was appointed. Slot gives me a different feeling. No, I'm with you, Anna. I'm with you. Brendan just had a huge ego from the outburst, didn't he? He just weren't very approachable, would you say? He weren't very likable. He had that David Brent thing about him, didn't he? You know, if anyone's watched The Office, David Brent's a great character, but you would not want to know him in real life, would you? And he had that sort of thing about him, a bit David Brentish, and he weren't very approachable or likable, in my opinion. I think he took all the success off the players and made it his thing. You know, when Suarez and that were carrying us and things that, like, Brendan made it like it was all him, you know, nothing to do with the players. And when you listen to Jurgen Klopp, he's the opposite. Klopp's like, it's nothing to do with me. It's these players. These players are wonderful. The boys are great. You know, they're mentality monsters and all that. Klopp takes all that off him and puts it on the players. You know, he don't take the praise for their success. Where Brendan was like, no, it's all me. You know, Suarez is this good because it's me. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's what I didn't like about him, to be honest. His medical team keeps Feyenoord fit most of the season. They work wonders, yeah. And he takes a very keen interest in the fitness part of the game, don't he? I believe he employs certain people to do that role for fitness. I think he had a 91% injury-free team for the years that he's been managing, and he plays quite an intense way as well. It's not like Slot plays quite an intense way. So to keep players fit the way he plays is really good. And I think that's something especially if you look at the last 2 seasons at Liverpool, last year and this season, the injuries we have mounted up are ridiculous. You know, we needed a 50 name squad. Do you know what I mean? We needed a 50-player squad with the injuries we got to cover everyone. It was madness the last 2 seasons. Liverpool talks to a new player in Portsmouth, a Barcelona player. Who's that, my friend? Who's that? Does anyone know about Slot's contract with us? Yeah, he's got a 3-year deal. He doesn't sound arrogant, but it looks like he has a clear vision of what to do and full of confidence in himself. And I like people with self-belief. I'm with you, Liverpool 67. That's a perfect comment, man. And that's what I like about him. He does have a clear vision. He believes in his abilities, and he's not arrogant with it. What I've seen, I don't know him too well enough, but can only go what I've seen. And I listen to the Feyenoord fans. Just go and listen to the Feyenoord fans, man, what they think about him. They absolutely adore him. They did not want him going anywhere. They didn't want Slot going anywhere. He's their manager, man. They loved him. He brought them the title. He brought them the cup the other weekend as well. He put in a title challenge again this season. They're having great times under Feyenoord. Remember, the Dutch league is PSV Ajax, you know, and he's breaking that mould. And Yeah, they're having a great time with him over there. But that's who I'm listening to. I'm listening to people that know him most. Dutch journalists. By the sounds of it, a lot of Dutch journalists are. Is it Van Krumer? I can't remember what his name is now. Something like that. I don't know if Honesty's in the chat. Be able to tell me more. But he, he's done multiple like radio podcasts and radio interviews and stuff like that. And he's been saying like, this guy is legit. He's elite. He's great. And Liverpool are lucky to have him. So, yeah, I'm going from that, man. He's got a great personality and he's got great self-belief, yeah. No, dislike's not harsh, Hannah. Dislike, you're allowed, yeah, that's fine. Oh, man. We're Liverpool. Jamie Sunday showed why we have the best fan base in the world. I agree. Sort of looks like a guy who will tell someone to be off indeed. Have you seen that video of Slot laughing at Anthony when he's pretending he was fouled on the pitch? That was hilarious. When Anthony was playing for Ajax and Anthony went down faking an injury and Slot was just looking at him like that, laughing his head off. And then Anthony just got up and ran back onto the pitch like nothing happened. And Slot's just cracking up. Yeah, it's hilarious, man. If you've not seen it, go and find it. It's brilliant. Hope he does well, not just for us, but to put all just put on all the people. Yeah, he'd be good, man. This ain't worth the headache. Send him. I think he's gonna give what? Do you know what? I think there's a few players in our team that he's gonna give it a go with. I think Darwin Núñez. I think Slot will see someone like Darwin Núñez, like is it the Mexican striker he had at Feyenoord? I can't remember his name. It's gone right at me head tonight. I can't remember that Mexican forward. Who's the Mexican forward he had? And you guys remember? Oh, I can't bloody remember now. And he made him far better. Slot likes getting strikers. He likes improving strikers' games. He likes improving the game of a forward. That's what's been coming out of the Netherlands the last few days about Arne Slot. He likes improving the game of a forward. So, Darwin's got a lot about him that he might feel like, I could get something out of him. Could you imagine if he does? Could you imagine if Slot comes to Liverpool and coaches Darwin maybe a little bit differently to Klopp did? I think, I'm not saying Klopp did a bad job of him or anything like that, but I just feel like Slot might coach him a little bit different, and it just might get into his head and make him a better guy. I'm not sure. But I feel like Slot will look at someone like Darwin Núñez and go, I can do something with you guys. I could do something with you. I can make you something. And maybe he wants to give that a go because he's got players there, man. Got players there. Yeah, Slot's goodbye. Yeah, they played You Never Walk Alone for him, man. It was great. Yeah, Brendan loved himself, man. There you go. I knew you guys would know. There you go. Big up, guys. Thank you very much. Yeah, Santiago Jimenez. Yeah, he made him a better forward. He improved his game, and maybe like Peter's saying there, it's just a clean slate. I think everyone's got a clean slate coming in next season. Now, I think a lot of these players have got a clean slate coming into next season, and Darwin's, Konaté's, Szoboszlai, they're three players right there. I think that need to improve heavily next year. Konaté got left out a lot this season, a lot. Szoboszlai, yeah, I don't know what quite went wrong with Szoboszlai because he is a talent. I'm backing Szoboszlai all the way, man. He's a proper player. He's a talent, so I'm backing him. And Darwin, it's just a clean slate for him, and maybe you can get something out of him. If he can't, I reckon the following year, you just let him go. I think that's the way the club might be looking at it with the newish players. You know, Gakpo's only been here a couple of years. You know, Diaz a couple of years. Szoboszlai's brand new. You know, 𝙏𝙍𝘼𝙍. I think they will give the chance for the manager to try and give these players a clean slate and a go at. But if they don't do it next season, the year after, I think that's it. They're gone. You know, if Darwin can't do it next year, and we're just seeing the same Darwin we've seen the last 2 seasons, that'd be 3 seasons. Then that's evidence that he ain't going to improve. You let him go. 𝙏𝙍𝘼𝑍's one for me. You know, I ain't. Jamie, can you please give us your opinion on Chelsea? They're idiots. What can I say about Chelsea, man? Pochettino started doing a good job with them once he got his team together, got players back from injury, and started to have his influence on this Chelsea team. They improved, man. And you get a goal scorer for Chelsea in the summer with Pochettino in charge, now putting his way into the club. I think Chelsea would have been a big threat at the top of the league next year. But now I'm hearing they're going after the bloke from Ipswich. So apparently they want a young manager and they want the geezer from Ipswich. I don't know what the geezer... I know the geezer from Ipswich just got Championship Manager of the Year at the NMA Awards, but is he better than Poch? No. I mean, yeah, bum Chelsea, man. Yeah, just... Yeah, not the... Big up, Neil. He says, love the show. Big up, Neil. Love you too, man. We do realise Slot likes both right footers at the right wing, left footers on left wing. Yes, he does. That in itself is a big change for people like Gakpo, etc. Different way of playing. I agree, Neil. The only thing I will say is that at Feyenoord, he never had a player like Mo Salah. If he had a player like Mo Salah, with a player like Mo Salah, if he had him at Feyenoord, you know, it's different, ain't it? I get what you're saying, because I've been saying this as well about, you know, he plays his wingers with the a left-footed wing, a left winger is left-footed, a right winger is right-footed. You know, and they go down the line and they, you know, they go outside their fullbacks and they get the balls in, sort of thing. But they're not there to cut inside and shoot and score loads of goals. They're there to keep the width, play really wide, keep the possession in wide areas of the pitch. A bit like Man City. When you watch Man City play, they play really wide. The wingers go in wide areas. They keep the ball in wide areas and they keep the press up top. So, yeah, but they just he never had a player like a Szoboszlai, like a Mo Salah. And it'd be interesting to see what they do with Mo Salah next season, because the more I watch Mo Salah lately, I just don't know if he can play right wing anymore. I really don't. Slot might not only improve Núñez and the Dutch players like Gakpo and Gravenberch as well. Yeah, definitely. You know, Gravenberch is... I like Gravenberch. I was actually really happy when Liverpool signed Gravenberch. I said he could be the player, you know. It didn't quite work out like that this season. But I just feel like it's very difficult to play Jurgen Klopp's system in that midfield. You know, it's very fast-paced, very up and down. And I just don't feel like that suited Gravenberch and Szoboszlai so much. And, you know, when Szoboszlai started the season, he was fine. And as he got into the season, I think it just started affecting him, the way he had to play. And I'm saying with Gravenberch. So, yeah, again, clean slate for these guys. And they're good footballers. You know, Gravenberch is not a dead footballer. Neither Szoboszlai. They will get better, in my opinion. And yeah, I'm looking forward to their improvement as well. I really am. Danny says we haven't been training to improve players for 2 years. Clock can be asked. There's probably a bit of truth in that. I agree. Yeah, Darwin needs to work on composure. I think a lot of Darwin's issues is mental. You know, it's up here because physically he can do stuff. What I don't need Darwin to do is link play. I don't need Darwin to link play. Do you know what I mean? I don't need the Darwin to come short, link the play with the midfielders and the wingers, and then running behind. All I want Darwin to do is just get yourself in position to get goals. That's all he needs to do. Because if you actually watch Darwin when he plays, his movement in the box is actually elite. It really is. And people might think I'm talking mad here, but honestly, go back and watch his positioning. The reason he gets so many chances is because his positioning is excellent. His movement is excellent. That's why he does get so many chances. It's his composure at the end of it. That's the issue. And Scottish Bear says that if he can work on his composure and do something, and we don't ask him to link play and all this sort of stuff, just become that, pick up them positions in the box and just concentrate on goals, it might work for him. I'm not sure, but it might work for him. It might just do. Corey said, Jay thoughts on... Yeah, I spoke about that at the beginning. of the show, Colin. Yeah, it's great for Kwanzaa and Curtis to get their opportunities. And Harvey, I don't think it's been ignored. I just don't think he'll play in the England team while Harry Kane's there, because we know what happened. Jamie, what do you make of Curtis and Kwanzaa getting called to England? Yeah, like I said, both of them. You know what? Let me take Gerald Kwanzaa for a second. Gerald Kwanzaa had his debut Premier League season. And he got a call up to the provisional England squad. Do you know how mad that is? Do you know how much of obviously a good player he must be to get that opportunity, guys? That's some statement of intent by Gareth Southgate. Look, will he make the final cut for the England squad? Probably not. Yeah, probably not. It's probably too soon for him. But Gareth Southgate's already shown a signal intent and he's watching Gerald Kwanzaa and going, you know what? You're England international quality. And it's his first season, guys. If you think about this season as well, he's taken Konate's spot. The last 4 games of the season, Klopp's like, now, Kwanzaa's my defensive partner with Van Dijk. Yeah, does he make mistakes? Yes, he does. He's a bit ball-watchy sometimes, but he's a young guy learning the game. You got to remember, this is his first season, really, under the first team coaching. Last year he was at League One. So he's only going to get better. More first team coaching this season, next season, season after. Kwanzaa's only going to get better, man. He's only going to get better. He's a talented boy. Proper happy for him. Joe, with Curtis Jones, I think Curtis Jones should have got into England squads this season before today. Before the call up today. I think he's had the opportunity of getting some England squads where Southgate's ignored him a bit. But yeah, he's been as good, he's a good enough English midfielder. You think of all the actual English midfielders in the Premier League, Curtis Jones should have got a call up by now. No doubt about that. He should have had a cap. And with Harvey Elliott, he took the piss out of Harry Kane on Instagram. I just don't know. I know he apologised. I just don't know if he's ever going to get the opportunity, guys. I really don't. Big up, Colin. Much love, my friend. Member for 13 months. Much love to you. Let's get some of your questions here. Yeah, I've been thinking about playing Mo as a floating 10, Mo's a great passer of the ball. Early Nunes, That's what I want Nunes. That's what I want Darwin to do. Don't worry about linking play. Do you know what I'm saying? Just, and he's offside a lot. Like, I don't remember Darwin being so offside last season compared to this season as well. Something's not quite right in Darwin's game this year. I actually think Darwin was better last season, personally. This year, something's not right in his game. He gets caught offside a lot. His first touch has disappeared. But the things he does do really well, his positioning and his movement in the box are first class. That's why he does get so many chances. And if you can go with that raw pace as well, them 3 things, positioning, his movement, and his raw pace, that's 3 quality things in a striker. And if you can somehow individually coach him on his composure, Darwin could be a striker, man. He really could. You know, he really could. I get that. Yeah, he gets chances because he plays for Liverpool. But honestly, look how many chances he does get. You know, he gets them because his movement is really good. He just, yeah. I'm willing to give Darwin one more. I am willing to give Darwin one more season, guys. I am. But after that, if he's not improved after another year, you know, if he can't improve under Klopp and under Slot, then it's curtains for him, ain't it? That's the only reason I'm willing to give him another year. Yeah, 2 years under Jurgen, and he's going to have a year under Arne Slot. If he hasn't improved under them two coaches, what help is there for him? Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's the only reason. It's the only, and he might not be number one choice next season. We've got to remember that as well. I'm quite baffled. Southgate actually didn't call up Hendo and Rashford. Lol. Yeah, man. And you're right. Like Rashford's dog turd. You seen all the Man United fans really upset that Rashford didn't get called up and Anthony Gordon did, because Anthony Gordon's been far better this year. You know, Rashford's. Now, Man United fans have been slagging Rashford off all year. Yeah, hate him. Like I've never seen a fan base turn on one of their own. Yeah. You know, Rashford is a mank. He's a Manchester-born footballer. Yeah, he's one of their own. They've turned on him. But as soon as he don't get called up for England squad, they're like, whoa, 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 whoa. What's that about? Has Anthony Gordon got ahead of him? Because Anthony Gordon's better this season. You know, and Jordan Henderson. Yeah, Henderson shouldn't be anywhere near this England team. Neither should Sterling, neither should Maguire, neither should Luke Shaw. I don't know why Luke Shaw's been called up. No, Sterling shouldn't be there. Henderson shouldn't be there. Rashford shouldn't be there. Who else? Who did I just say? Luke Shaw shouldn't be there. Maguire shouldn't be there. Jared Braithwaite for Everton arguably should be the number one centre back with John Stones for England. Because Braithwaite at Everton, I don't like to say this because it's Everton, but Braithwaite for Everton's been immense this season. Absolutely immense. And maybe him and John Stones should be the partnership. I don't know why. If Maguire gets in, does me head in, man. I think Sepp van der Berg will get a chance to impress in pre-season, and then they will see about if they go keep him or sell him. I don't think. I'd be shocked if Sepp van der Berg is loaned. I think Sepp van der Berg has actually come out and said this season that he wants clarity on his future. He doesn't want to be loaned again, because being loaned, guys, is a weird thing, because you're only loaned to a club for a year, for like 10 months, 9 months of the season. So you can't really move there. Do you know what I mean? You can't, you're staying in a rental accommodation. You can't really set up life. So it must be hard being a player that's always on loan at different places. So I think he just wants to feel like, right, if I'm going to stay at Liverpool, let me stay. If I'm not, let me go, sell me. And then he can, he can start a life somewhere. Do you know what I mean? So I think he will get him a chance pre-season. I think all the players will get a chance in pre-season to impress Arne Slot, and then he'll make up his mind. Big up, goosed up. I'll be supporting the Netherlands. Don't mind England, but we'll support teams that best Liverpool players. I see your point there, Hannah. I see your point. Pray Jota stays fit, because I don't think we're getting in another striker. I think we're going to get a forward in. I don't think we're going to get a striker. You say Quads is late, but that is Klopp's walked reality. Canate is obviously a better. Canate is a better defender, but on form right now, Kwanzaa's better, Danny. That's what I'd say. Kwanzaa's got, as you say, Kwanzaa's for the future, no doubt about it. But on form right now, Canate's form's just gone out the window. Right. Let's talk about big up honesty in the chat. Big up Solo in the chat as well. You're doing well. Can't get a break 1 p.m. lol. Well, I don't know what you're chatting about, Solo. Be up to you, man. Hope you're good. Oh, everyone is good up in the chat. But look, let's talk about, the relegation's on for City, 35-1. It's a bit mad. Do the bookies know something we don't? This is true, man. Like, do they know something we don't? 35-1. Maybe they know something we don't. But look, let's talk about some of the players we're attracting. So the transfer rumours going around today. You know, always mad, these transfer rumours, but we're going to chat about them anyway. Let's chat about it. Let me get them all up here. Hang on 1 second. So, is it Leny Yoro? I can't pronounce his name. But yeah, apparently, like, Liverpool are looking at him. I believe he's 18 years old. Is it Lille he plays for? Is it Leny Yoro? I think it's Lille he plays for. He's like 18 or 19, ain't he? He's a young centre back now. I know one thing is that, by the sounds of it, Liverpool want to buy a young centre back. Now, he might tick all the boxes. I don't know too much about him, to be absolutely fair, but Liverpool been linked with him for a while now. I don't really know too much about him, but Liverpool are definitely in for a centre back. I think there's 2 positions Liverpool would definitely fill in the summer, and then everything else will be built around that. I think Liverpool will buy a centre back first, and then they'll buy a winger. I think they're the 2 positions Liverpool buy first: a centre back and a winger, and then they'll look for a defensive midfielder, in my opinion. I think we'll go buy 3 to maybe 4 players this summer. But a centre back is badly needed now. I think they're going to look down the young, up and coming next breed of centre backs that can stay at the club for quite a long time. And if Leny's the one, you know, it's probably a good price. I'm not sure on the transfer fee at him at the moment. Can't say I've watched him play a lot. I know a lot of people really rate him. You know, apparently Real Madrid and teams like that are interested in him as well. Also Liverpool. I do think Liverpool will buy young though. I think you got Virgil there still, which I think Virgil will sign a new deal. You got Konate, who I've got my worries about, but again, clean slate next season. You got Kwanzaa, who's come through, and they're looking for a left-footed centre back as well. Now, I don't know if Leny is an out-and-out left-footed centre back. You guys would have to tell me a little bit more than that, but yeah, apparently that's who they want. Apparently, so if he's left-footed, maybe they're thinking of the future when Virgil, you know. We're going to need that Virgil replacement soon. It's going to have to be done before it's too late. If he wants to stay, if Virgil wants to stay and sign a new deal, cool. I'm wicked with it. I'm wicked with Virgil staying. I don't want Virgil going anywhere. So if he's happy staying, cool. Get him signed up. But we have got to look for that Virgil replacement eventually. So I don't mind you getting a young defender in if you think he's the future. But yeah, I'm not too sure on him. You guys in the chat, you probably know him a bit. Is he right-footed? So if he's right-footed, then we need 2 centre-backs, don't we? If he's right-footed, then we need 2 centre-backs. Yeah, we really do. We need probably 2 centre-backs. Right, Chiesa. Now, this is a very interesting one. So obviously Chiesa's had a bit of an injury issues the last few years, shall we say. Obviously a super talented footballer. 26 years of age right now. Can play all over the front line. Can play left wing, right wing, centre forward, and he plays that shadow striker just behind the striker position, where he's played a lot this season. So he's a good player. You know, he's played 323 games. He's got 76 goals and 52 assists. So, you know, he does create a lot of chances. He just scores the odd goal here and there. It's just his injuries are the issues, obviously, with his knee issues that he's had. But if I go through his stats this season, guys, so this season he's played 32 games. You know, he's played 32 games. A lot of them are starting as well. You know, he starts a lot of games for Juventus this season. He's played 32 games in Serie A, scoring 8 goals and 3 assists. Played 4 games in the Italian Cups. All in all, for the 23-24 season, Federico Chiesa played 36 games, scoring 9 goals and 3 assists. So his injuries, I think, are probably, you know, he's obviously played a lot of football, played most of the games, you know, quite a lot, most of the games in Italy. He's been involved in most of the games in Italy. What do they play? So what? He's played 32 games in a league season. Yeah, that's good, man. And if you go on what he's played this season, he's played 5 games at left wing, 24 games as a shadow striker, and 7 games as a centre forward. So the majority of his games he's played this year have come on the left wing or through the middle of the park. No games on the right wing for him this year. Now, I think we are looking more for a left wing option this summer more than a right wing option. I know people will be a bit miffed at that because, you know, I think Mo will stay personally. And if Mo Salah's staying, I think 𝙏𝙍𝘼𝙉𝙎 could be a Mo Salah replacement. People might shoot me down for this, but I do honestly believe 𝙏𝙍𝘼𝙉𝙎 is better in a wider position than he is in the middle of the park. I think you could play 𝙏𝙍𝘼𝙉𝙎 on that right-hand side. I think you could play Luis Diaz on that right-hand side. I think the left side, if Chiesa is available, if Chiesa is available, is it worth the punt? Now, I'm trying to look at a lot of his minutes here played. So he had some injuries, so he was out for knee problems in a few games that he's missed this season. He's missed 1, 2, 3. He's missed 5 games in the league this season. So he's missed 5 games. I don't know. I've got to find his minutes played. That would help the best here. Minutes played. It's a difficult one. He's a talented player. He's 26. He's available for about 50 million quid. It's just the injuries. Like, if he didn't have these injuries problems, I'd be all over Chiesa. I think most of us would be, wouldn't we? And like my man says there, he lives in Italy. Like, he's come on and had loads of, you know, sub appearances in them 32 games. So, but is it worth the punt though? I'm not sure. The ACL should be coming around if surgery worked. They're supposed. Yeah, I mean, and this is the thing. You know, this is the year he's come back. Could next year Chiesa be the better of the play? You know, we know when, you know, Virgil had his ACL and the year he came back, he weren't as good as Virgil we usually saw him. And then this year, he was back to almost old Virgil again. So could Chiesa be that kind of player? Liverpool go and look at him and think he's within our budget. You know, Chiesa's easily within our budget. You know, everything about him is easily in our budget. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. You could probably pick him up a good deal. I reckon you could pick him up for around the 40 odd to 50 million pound mark. Wages shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, big up Wayne in the chat. I don't know. he's a good player. Yeah, and Scottish Bear's right. He was a target when Michael Edwards was last year. Just a reminder, Chiesa was a target when Michael Edwards was sporting director. This is very true. You know, Liverpool were looking to get Chiesa in, and then he did his knee. Was it the World Cup he did his knee, Scottish Bear? Was it the Euros? I can't remember. Was it the last Euros 4 years ago? Because we was really looking at, was it the World Cup? I can't remember. Liverpool were really looking at Chiesa, and Michael Edwards really was like wanting him. But he done his knee in that tournament, didn't he? I can't remember what tournament it was, but yeah, I think I like Chiesa. I think he's a good footballer. He's very Diaz-like. I think he's a bit more end product than Diaz, though. For me, he's a bit more. He's not so much a dribbler like Diaz. He's more direct than Diaz is, and he's got an eye for goal, ain't he? So, yeah, I'll be up. Look, it's a gamble, but we know we was in for him before with the same people we got now. Maybe that's why we've been linked with him. Maybe there's no truth behind the Chiesa stuff. We're only linked with him because Michael Edwards was linked with him a few years back. So probably that's what it is. Jamie, would you take Anthony Gordon 50 million? Yeah. But Anthony Gordon is a red. This is one thing we've got to remember. I know he played for Everton, but he was in Liverpool's academy when he was a little kid. And then we let him go and he went to Everton. But he's a Liverpool fan. He's a red through and through. I think Anthony Gordon is a very good talent. I thought he showed that talent at Everton. He did show that talent at Everton, and that's why he got the big summer move to Newcastle. And for me, he's probably been Newcastle's best player this year. Constantly plays. Hasn't he scored against all the top 6 teams in the league as well? You know, he plays well. He scored against Liverpool. He scored against United, Tottenham, Chelsea, City, Arsenal. I think he scored against all the top 6 teams, the original top 6 teams. He's a talent, Anthony Gordon, but it would cost so much, Hannah. I think you're looking probably around £100 million mark. I really do. I do think he's Hendrick's going to Madrid, ain't he? He's a superstar. There ain't no doubt about it, but we should have kept hold of him, you know. We should have kept hold of him. I just don't. I think we are going to get a forward. And there's the other forward we've got to talk about as well that Liverpool are looking at. On the thumb now, you will see, is it Johan Bakayoko? That's who Liverpool are looking at. Now, this is a player Liverpool have been linked with for the last, week or two. There's been a lot of strong links with Liverpool in this guy, and there could be a lot of truth behind it. Obviously, plays for PSV. We've been looking at the Dutch league a bit lately. I mean, there could be a bit of truth in this one. You know, he's had 33 appearances in the Eredivisie this season, scoring 12 goals and assisting 9 goals, but he plays right wing. Now, I'm not saying he's a Mo Salah or anything like that, because he ain't, but he plays on that right wing, but he's left-footed, right? He's left-footed like Mo, so he cuts in. He cuts inside from the right-hand side of the pitch and cuts in like Mo does and goes on his left foot. But could we buy him and play him as a left winger? You know, he's played most of his career. He's always played at the right-hand side of the pitch. But could Liverpool go, you know what, we want you, but you know, we're going to play on your left-hand side. He always plays on the right. He doesn't really change much. But, you know, I remember when we got Mane. Mane always played on the right-hand side for all the teams he played with. Then we swapped into the left and it wasn't a problem. Could it be Bakayoko? Could it be him? He's quick. He's got pace. He can dribble. He's got an eye for goal, as we've seen. He's creative. You know, could it be someone like him? I know we're left wing heavy, Mac, but I think we're going to sell a left winger. Look, if this is all me, if Diaz goes, honestly, if we sell Diaz, we'll go buy someone to replace Diaz, because with Cody Gakpo, I think Cody Gakpo, Slot might look at it and go, right, if I get a left winger for Diaz, I've got 2 left wingers and a new left winger and Cody Gakpo. I've got 2 strikers in Darwin and Jota, and then I've got Mo Salah on the right. And as my second right winger, I could either use a Harvey Elliott or a 𝙏𝙍𝘼𝙉𝙎𝙬𝙬, something like that on that right hand side. So I do feel like it depends if a forward goes. Now, look, if Mo Salah goes and he decides that he's actually going to leave, I know it looks like by what he said on his Instagram that he's going to stay at the club and he wants to fight for trophies next year and go for it and try his best for the new manager. So that's great to hear. But at the end of the day, if the club get a good offer for him in the summer, they might let him go. Bakayoko's not, as a Salah replacement, it's going to be underwhelming for a lot of people. But who do you get in? I mean, like literally, who do you get in as a Mo Salah replacement that's going to get Mo numbers? There's not a lot of people, is there? Like who is literally going to come in as so? It'd be underwhelming, but that's probably where I can see it happening. I think Liverpool will. I do think Liverpool will get a winger. I think they're going to look at Darwin and Jota as their 2 main strikers, which I don't know. It could be a worry because Jota's injury record. I mean, Jota's game minute for goal ratio is ridiculous, by the way. I think someone worked out, I saw it online today, that without penalties, Jota's got like the best goal per minute ratio in the league. It's mad. No penalties included. The amount of games he's played for goals he's scored, it's like the best in the league, I think. Yeah, Jota's clinical. Jota's quality in front of goal, but his injuries are an issue. He's not available enough when we need him, and Darwin can't be completely trusted right now. So it leaves you a bit light up front. But then I think we're very slow on the wide areas as well. I don't know if you guys agree with this as well, guys. Big up Solo. I appreciate it, man. You look at the wide areas of our game. Diaz isn't the quickest anymore. Mo's not the quickest anymore. And what do Salah and Mo both do? That really irritates everyone. They both stop and cut in. And when they stop and cut in, we lose all our momentum. And they lose the ball occasionally. And they're not quick enough anymore to get around their fullbacks or get around the wide areas of the pitch. Diaz and Salah are just not quick enough to do that anymore. So we've lost a bit of explosiveness in the wide areas. The only quick, out-and-out quick player we got up front is Darwin Núñez. Now, he's literally the only out-and-out, pace merchant I would say we got at the club right now. Cody Gakpo's quick when he gets going. He's quite deceivingly quick. People don't realise how deceivingly quick Darwin Núñez is. Cody Gakpo is when he gets going. But had Cody Gakpo against a low block, I'd probably rather him in the number 9 position than the left wing position. So that forward. Yeah, they do solo. They trip over all the time. It's because they're cutting inside. It's because they're going up at a pace and then cutting in. It's just that pace up top. Perhaps Klopp's training was very intense. Yeah, well, we know Klopp's training was intense. He's mentioned it himself, ain't he? Like he trains like we play. So, yeah, I think injuries will die down next season. They won't be as bad, in my opinion, because of that. But yeah, the wide. I just want a bit more pace, guys. When we lose the ball in transition, we need to be more direct. When we get that ball on the counter attack, we need to be more direct with pace and not slow it down so much and get in each other's way. I'd like us to play a little bit wider as well, because the way we play right now is all through the middle. When Salah and Diaz get the ball, they're wide players, but they like to go through the middle because they cut in on their stronger foot and go through the middle of the pitch. McAllister, 𝙏𝙍𝘼𝙉𝙎𝙬𝙬, they go through the middle of the pitch. Trent plays inverted, so he doesn't overlap no more, so he's not giving no width. When Trent goes inverted, Robbo can't bomb forward like he used to. He has to stay back a little bit. So you lose a lot of width in our team. And I think that's been missed. We need more width and pace in our team again. So, yeah, I'd love to get a quick, young, athletic winger that's got an eye for goal as well, you know. I'd like to see that. Yeah, Carvalho. Now, there's one there. And it gets there. Carvalho. That's going to be interesting. Very, very interesting in the summer what they do with Carvalho. He's done very well at Hull this year. Getting goals, assisting. You know, his all-round game has improved. There's definitely a player there in Carvalho. But Carvalho said it himself. He likes to play the number 10 role. Now, Arne Slot has been known to play 4-2-3-1. You know, that double pivot and a number 10. He's been known to play that way. But he's also played a flat 4-3-3 in his last few games at Feyenoord. So he does mix it up a little bit now. Carvalho has to play the 10 for me. But when I look at the players who can also play the number 10 for Liverpool, they're probably better footballers. You know, Szoboszlai could play the number 10 for Liverpool. I'd rather play Szoboszlai over Carvalho. Harvey Elliott can play the number 10 for Liverpool. At this moment in time, I would rather play Harvey Elliott over Carvalho. So Carvalho's a bit stuck at the moment. Carvalho's a bit stuck at the moment. I just don't know where he could mix in. He could be one of the players that I let go. I think we're going to sell a few players, make money off, and get new players in, definitely. But I'd like Carvalho to be given the chance. But if there's 10 positions where he wants to play and we play over 10, I just think at this moment in time, Harvey Elliott and Szoboszlai would be better 10s than Carvalho right now. And then it's up to Carvalho if he wants to stay in the squad and fight for it. Then that's up to him. Yeah, that's why I said, Josh. I'd like to see Szoboszlai play wide as well. It's where you can tell he likes to play out wide, because when he does get the ball, he likes to drift wide than he does through the middle. Now, watch Szoboszlai when he's got the ball. He likes to run wide. It's natural to him. He's got pace. Szoboszlai is quicker. People give him credit for. He can dribble. He has got technical ability. You need him attacking in wide areas for me and cutting inside from them wide areas. And I think you get a different Szoboszlai. I'd like to see him in them positions next season, especially if we do play that 4-2-3-1. You know, because your two wide players are more like wide attacking midfielders in that position, ain't they? Than out wingers, and I think that would suit a Szoboszlai. Yeah, so yeah, maybe. And one thing I don't want us to do anymore is, hang on, Scottish Bear's got something before I say. Just refreshing the previous Chiesa. Liverpool offered 90 million, Juventus priced out. Liverpool offered 90 million, Juventus priced Liverpool out in 2020 when he'd done his ACL against Roma in 22. Was it against Roma? Was it? I swear it was on telly when he did it as well. Did he do it internationally and club, Scottish Bear? Did he do it twice? I think he did it twice, didn't he? I might be wrong here. But yeah, I know Liverpool were interested in him. No doubt about it. Yeah, that's what I want us to get rid of as well. The sideways passing at the back. We need to be a bit more. He plays like a free role, Hannah, for Hungary. So he picks up more, that floating 10 role. He sort of plays where he can pick up wide positions, central positions. And he's given more of a free role and more of a license to attack. Moyes to Chelsea, Do you know what? So I was just looking. The out-and-out favourite for the Chelsea job right now is the Ipswich manager. He's the out-and-out favourite for the Chelsea job, apparently. I know a lot of people were saying Ruben Amorim. Apparently, Chelsea are not interested in Ruben Amorim. Yeah, it looks like Is it Atherton? His name, something Atherton. Is that the Ipswich manager's name? He's obviously saying good about him. He got, he's got Ipswich into the Premier League with no money. Obviously a very good coach. Just got LMA Championship Manager of the Year. So he's obviously saying good about him. But it's a heck of a jump from Championship Ipswich to Chelsea. That's a massive jump. Massive. But I think he's one of the favourites at the moment. McKenna, that's it. McKenna. Big up, Colin. I know it's like Muck. McKenna, that's it. That's just, it's an interesting one, that, ain't it? Like they're sacking, they've let Pochettino go for McKenna. And the reason apparently the reason Pochettino left, because, Chelsea are going to go down this route still, buying really young players and giving them death row contracts. And apparently Pochettino didn't want that anymore. He wanted to take this team. He thought he could take this team down to the next level, to get more experienced players in, and we can go again. But they didn't see eye to eye, so he left. Because why would you sack Pochettino? It makes no sense. He started to get a hang of it, started to get himself involved, got Chelsea better. I think I've seen Chelsea fans celebrating. I think Chelsea fans, if they get McKenna as their manager from Ipswich, yeah, they're going to struggle, man. Yeah, literally just give them the ball. Yeah, they're going to struggle. And Jonathan says another year of banter with Chelsea incoming, lovely. Yeah, I said if Chelsea could keep hold of Poch and the way he's improving that Chelsea team, Chelsea could do business next season. They really could, but it's interesting. De Zerbi at Chelsea, strange how quiet. Yeah, the thing with De Zerbi left Brighton out of nowhere. A few weeks ago, he was like, I'm not leaving Brighton. I want to stay at Brighton. I'm happy at Brighton. I want to sign a new contract. And then just like the last 2 days, it was like, news is coming out now, he's going to leave. And then he just left on the final day of the season. No fanfare, nothing. And then 24 hours after that, Chelsea let Pochettino go. Look, Chelsea are just becoming Brighton, ain't they? If they get De Zerbi with and also they already bought the Chelsea scouts. The Chelsea, didn't they buy the Chelsea scout and the Chelsea sporting director or something like that? And one of the coaches and a couple of players, and if they just get De Zerbi, they're just becoming Brighton. It's hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Yeah, Todd Bailey wants a yes man, and Poch weren't that by the sounds of it. Everyone thought he was, but by the sounds of it, he weren't. So yeah, Bakayoko could be one. I think Bakayoko's easily gettable, guys. For the way we do business, young guy. What is he? He's like he's 21 years of age. This is perfect, Liverpool, I'm telling you. He's 21 years of age. He's a right winger who's left-footed. His contract expires in 2026, which is interesting. So he's got a couple of years left in his deal. Market value around that £40 million mark. Dutch players coming out of the Dutch league don't usually cost too much. I'm telling you now, guys, that could be the deal. The Bakayoko thing could be something to keep our eye on. Look, it might not happen. I'm not saying it will happen or anything, but something we should keep our eye on about anyway. Chambermaid and Chelsea are a banter club. Oh, yeah, be up, John. That'd be good, man. Somerville, Colin. Yeah, Somerville, I think. Yeah, I like Somerville as well. I do. But I think you need to get another a first team winger, and then maybe a Somerville. You get two of them, be all right. Other transfer news, obviously, Alexis McAllister. Apparently, there's rumours going around. So, a lot of rumours going around the last few days that Alexis McAllister has got a 60 to 70 million pound, a 70 million pound buyout clause in his Liverpool contract. Now, I don't think this is true. I don't think Liverpool do buyout release clauses in contracts, because we know the last time with Salah, with Suarez and all that happens with Suarez, where I think from then on, FSG said no more release clauses in contracts. So I'm hoping Big George, when we bought McAllister, did not stick a release clause in his contract. Fingers crossed. I am just hoping that for some reason he put a release clause. Because if he put a release clause in McAllister's contract, he probably put a release clause in Szoboszlai's contract. So I'm hoping that's not the case. Obviously, Tony Cruz has just said that he's retiring from football full stop. So he's leaving Real Madrid. I believe Modric is leaving Real Madrid as well. So Real Madrid are going to be looking for a central midfielder. I don't believe it's the case. I'm not worried about this. I think Alexis McAllister is perfectly fine at Liverpool. I don't think he'd be going anywhere. I don't think he'd be going now. I ain't got to worry about McAllister. I'll be shocked if we put in a release clause in his contract. I'll be absolutely shocked, man. Yeah, I agree, Solo. I don't agree. Yeah, it's false, man. I'll be shocked if Liverpool have done that. They, after the Suarez thing, they yeah. James Slot, delegate radars. Yeah, well, they need midfielders, man. They need midfielders, and yeah. So I know people worrying about that, but we ain't going to lose him after one season, guys. I wouldn't worry about that. And if he hasn't got a release clause, do you know how much Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes will ask for him? Stupid money. Ain't going to happen. Yeah, look. Obviously, there is another player today that got linked with Liverpool out of nowhere. I think he plays. Is it Atletico Madrid he plays for now? But he used to play for Arne Slot back at Feyenoord a couple of seasons ago. I can't remember what his name is. Is it? Guys in the chat, you might know. What's the play? I think it's the Atletico Madrid. I can't bloody remember. I saw something about him today. But you guys will have to. Don't think I got him. Let me have a look. See if I can find him. Big up Matt Beard, by the way. Won the manager of the season in the WSL. Big up him, man. Liverpool women's manager. Let me have a look. See if I can find the guy here. Just hang on, guys. It's just on Twitter because I did share it. I thought I can't find it anywhere. You guys would probably know in the chat. Yeah, that's it. There you go. 123 million quid. Is that how much? Oh, is it Benfica? Is that? That's it, Benfica. Is that how much they put on him, man? Yeah. He's been heavily linked today out of nowhere. I don't know much about him. I have no idea about him. I can't sit here and pretend I know a lot about him. Honestly, I probably know a lot more about him. Liverpool come out of nowhere to join the race for Benfica midfielder Okran Koku, called into the Daily Mirror. Liverpool do this though. Liverpool do this. Is he Turkish? He's Turkish, ain't he? With that sort of name, I'm going to take it he's Turkish. He played for Feyenoord under Arne Slot, didn't he? And then obviously got his move to Benfica. I don't know why I said Atletico Madrid. Yeah, he went to Benfica. He played for Feyenoord under Arne Slot, got his move to Benfica, and now apparently Liverpool are very interested in him. But 123 million. Wow. That's just, is that his release clause or is that just what they're asking from him? Sure, if that's what they're asking for him, Liverpool wouldn't have been linked with him in the first place. So it's a bit of a weird one that I'm not sure about that, guys. So I'm really not sure about that. I ain't seen it. No, I don't think any midfielder's worth over 100 million. Personally, I don't care how good they are. They got him for 25 million last season. So yeah, it's interesting, guy. I mean, I don't know. Personally, I think we're going to get centre back and a winger in, and then we're going to be looking at a defensive midfielder. But a defensive midfielder is what we desperately need. We need a proper. I'm not saying Endo ain't a proper DM. I think we just need another DM. We can't put all of it on Stefan Bajcetic. We just can't. Need a proper out-and-out DM for me, guys. Yeah, Hannah, you're probably right. Michael Edwards will do some fleecing, no doubt. I'm looking forward to next season, guys. I really am. I'm looking forward to Arne Slot. I believe so. Arne Slot officially becomes Liverpool manager on the 1st of June. What is it now? It's the 22nd of May. So he becomes official manager on the 1st of June. I expect that is when they'll do his press conference. You know, they got to do a press conference for Arne Slot. Probably on the 1st of June. I expect that's the day they'll do his press conference. Or saying that, the 1st of June is a weekend, ain't it? So it might be, yeah, it might be the Monday, which is like the 3rd, I believe. So, yeah, it's not far away now. What, 9-10 days away? He becomes Liverpool manager. I'll be interested when he does do the press conference. I'm going to do the press conference live on the channel, and we'll watch the press conference together when it happens. I'm interested in listening to him. Do you know the bad thing, guys? You know Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes will be doing the press conference with him. That'd be mad. Might actually hear from Michael Edwards. I've never heard him talk, man. Yeah. DMs would I be interested? I'm going to do a separate video on that. Look out for that this week, my friend. Look out for that this weekend. I'm going to do a separate video on DMs this week. So yeah, we'll chat about them, my friend. We'll chat about them. But yeah, I'm gonna let's leave it on this, guys. Let's leave it on this.
Arne Slot. La 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 la.
Good night, guys. Good night.